Hi. I'm just putting this out there right now. Fair warning. If you're sensitive, if um, if you're a realtor, if you work in real estate, any aspect of real estate, if you don't like truth, if truth scares you, if reality scares you, you may want to stop watching right now because I'm about to drop a big old angry bomb on pretty much everything that happened this week. And I've been so anticipating this video because it's just an opportunity for me to vent. Really, YouTube has become my couch. Like, this is where I come to lay down and vent all my anger. And this video is going to be exceptionally angry. And I'm going to offend a lot of people. And that's not because I plan on offending a lot of people. It's because a lot of people are sensitive little people. And those sensitive little people are going to get their feelers hurt. And I'm about to just stomp on them because I'm angry. I think you can sense it. Stay tuned. Hey, guys, if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. You already know what this channel is about. Hit like and subscribe. Help me grow the community. I know that there are a significant number of you that watch my videos every single week but are not subscribed. It's the strangest thing. It's almost like a stalker. Like, I almost get like a fatal attraction kind of vibe from that. Like, why are you watching me? What are you gonna do next? You're gonna kill my pet rabbit? That's weird. And now I gotta explain that to my kid? Please don't do that. Just subscribe. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna need you to time this because I'm gonna go on an epic rant, and I'm gonna need you to tell me when they've had enough. Like I'm Ralphie and I'm punching the kid, I'm punching the bully in the face. I'm gonna need you to tell me, Ralphie, stop, you're gonna kill him. Huh? Hello? Can you please set that timer? But I need more of a masculine ring to it. Can it be like a wah, 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 that kind of?
I don't think so.
Shit, that was annoying. That noise even, that annoyed me right there. I won't repeat it, but please, I need something a little bit more alarming. I don't want some fairy tale cha-ching like a chime. Please don't give me a chime. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What the hell? I already hear the chime. Don't do that. Okay, start the timer. Are you started?
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Holy crap, who watched the crap show? Who watched the crap show that was the 100-day in office? It wasn't a State of the Union. They're not calling it that. It's like 100-day in office. How am I doing? Let me tell you the great things I've done in 100 days and where I plan to take us. Because this is really at the root of my anger. Because, guys, listen, there is no rebound. The economy is not rebounding, okay? You want to look, I could pull up 100 different articles about how, retail sales just spiked. You just gave people $1,400. No crap, retail sales just spiked. Well, hey, the service industry is coming back. Like bartenders are getting their jobs back. Well, no crap. People are getting vaccinated, and you're giving a bunch of losers money. Okay? Was that too strong? I don't want to be too strong here, but really, people are sitting on their duffs. People are sitting on their tails. And they're going to continue to sit on their butts as long as our government keeps enabling them. And all I heard in this 100 days, I'm so great speech was, oh Lord, what's that? Oh God. Okay, what it was is what it was is this. We're gonna keep giving people money for free. That's what I heard. Hey, Can you do me a favor? Can you turn that selfie ring light on so people can see my beautiful face, please? I feel like it's not bright enough. Can you tell I'm wound up? Can you tell I'm angry? Because I really kind of am. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Never mind this number over here. Okay? Let's just completely ignore our debt. Somewhere along the line, fiscal responsibility it's just gone out the window. And here's the problem: Republicans have no place to stand because they just had all the power and they completely overspent. And now we're supposed to be the voice of reason. By we, I mean, fiscal conservatives, the dinosaurs, the people that used to exist. We're supposed to be the voice of reason and say, hey, you can't do this forever. We got to stop this. But what does this guy do? Like, what does he announce? What is his big plan? I'm going to tax the rich, right? I'm going to tax the rich. And, oh, yeah, by the way, I have a $6 trillion ambition. $6 trillion more in spending. I know that we've already spent like 25% of the national debt in the past 12 months. But never mind that, because I'm going to add 6 trillion to it. Oh, it's mind blowing. And now fiscal conservatives, now we're supposed to be like the voice of reason in the room. We've lost all of our relevance. Like we don't have a place to argue from because we were just in power and we just overspent like crazy. And when times were good, when we were in the greatest economy that mankind has ever known, supposedly, what did we do? Did we increase taxes and pay down our debt? No. We cut taxes and increased spending. That's what happened. In case anybody needs a refresher, that's what happened. So how do we have any authority? How are we a voice of authority in this matter? We're certainly not. Can you sense the passion yet? Who's been to the grocery store lately? Who's bought some groceries lately? Because these unelected officials that run the Fed, guess what? Jerome Powell, that crackpot, yeah, I called him a crackpot. Oh, I'm going to call him a lot worse because he's certainly a clown. He just spoke this week again. Guess what he said? Oh, let me calm the crowd. Listen, folks, inflation is only transitory. It's just transitory. First of all, what third grade word is transitory? Why you just making shit up at this point? And I hate to cuss. I'm sorry, I cussed. I don't wanna isolate my audience, but dang it, man. Dab it. Like, are you kidding? Transitory inflation. What does that mean? So inflation is only here as we transition into what? And if inflation gets out of control, I haven't heard one reporter asking this, like, sir, if inflation gets out of control, what are these tools you keep speaking of? You keep speaking of the Fed having a lot of tools at their disposal that they can use. Because the Fed has one tool to use against inflation. Do you know what it is, kids? I'll tell you what it is. It's hiking up the interest rates, which they cannot do. They've painted themselves in a corner. Let me just be clear. So it's black and white for everybody. And kids, you can Google this on your own. I'm serious. I'm losing my patience with this crap. Listen, the Fed cannot increase. They cannot increase at all Okay? When they threaten and they have tools in their bag, they cannot increase what you and I commonly refer to as interest rates. They cannot do it. Why? Why can't they do it? They're not going to increase the interest rates because we are less than 2 years away from just being able to service our national debt is going to cost more than our annual GDP. Listen, I know that's hard to understand. People can't wrap their brains around that. Like, wait a minute, our gross domestic product, okay, I get that part. It's an important number. You're saying that just to service our debt in less than 2 years, we're going to pay more to service our debt. Just service the debt, not pay down the interest. Just service the debt. It'll be more than our annual gross domestic product. And the answer is yes, that's what we're looking at. But I'm supposed to, it's la la land. In fact, you know what I'm really tempted to do? I'm tempted to throw up the Twilight Zone behind me. Like, I want to see that guy. You remember his name? Rob something? Do you remember the host name of the Twilight Zone? You don't because you're like 26. I'm I'm like 47, so I should remember the dude's name. I don't, but I should put the Twilight Zone behind me because that's where we're at. The Fed cannot raise the interest rates to fight inflation because we won't even be able to service our national debt at that point. That is the point I'm getting at. And most Americans have no idea about this. They don't understand it. They just like, what? That doesn't make sense. That can't be true. It absolutely is true. Where are my real estate agents at? Where are those kids at? Those kids that claim this is not a bubble, the real estate is fine. Hey, look, inflation is just transitory. It's just really? Are you kidding me? Look at what grocery prices are at. Okay, look at what gas prices are at. You're not convinced yet? Okay, look at what housing prices are at. Still not convinced? Look what medical care prices are at. Still not convinced? Look what stock market prices are at. The stock market is crazy inflated. There's no price discovery in the stock market anymore. Anybody that tells you there is price discovery is absolutely on mushrooms or acid. One of the two. I'm not sure. Probably smoking weed too. Drug test them. Is that too much? Kids, it's not hard to see. That's 10 minutes? It's still very feminine. That ring is very feminine. I can't believe I'm at 10 minutes already. I haven't even got to my second little PowerPoint, if you will, for lack of a better term, because I'm just going off. Because I'm so angry that people don't see the truth of what is happening in our economy. And here we are. I just seen a commercial yesterday talking about, hey, guess what? Are you a homeowner? Have you been a homeowner for a long time? Due to recent rising prices in home values, you could be entitled to a lot of equity that you're missing out on. Why leave that equity on the table? Put that equity to work. But guess what's happening? So those people are calling that 1-800 number. Yes, tell me about it. What can I get? And they're pulling equity out of their homes to buy boats, to buy a big truck, a $70,000 truck they can't afford. Huh? So you got boats, you got trucks, you got vacations. I mean, I could go on and on and on about the frivolous ways that people are going to spend the equity in their homes. But the point is, how is this different? Oh, it's different now. People have equity. Well, guess what? Anyone who bought a home in the last year doesn't have equity. Because in the last year, home prices have done nothing but skyrocket. They're completely inflated. There's no equity there. Now people are pulling out money out of that home that had all that equity, and they're buying frivolous crap again. So you tell me how it's different. I'm trying to save America. Okay? I'm trying to save people, not ridicule them or lecture them. I'm trying to give you the truth. Things are bad. Things are going to get a lot worse. Okay? I've done videos on this. You can go through my library. Guess what? We can't import quick enough. 2/3 of our containers that are being exported are empty. You think that's sustainable? You think the economy's doing so good? If the economy's so good, why is this jackbox or jackhole or whatever you want to call him, why is he pumping 6 trillion more in? The economy's so good. Huh? Look at this clown here. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said the recovery is uneven and far from complete. While he noted that inflation pressures could rise in the coming months, you think? When was the last time this jackhole went and did grocery shopping? Have you seen him in your local King Supers or your local Fry's? I guarantee you haven't seen this jackwad in there. Why? Because these people don't go to the grocery store. They don't know. You ever heard the term foodflation? Because that's what we're living through. How about the term, most Americans don't even know the term shrinkflation. It's a real thing. Google it. Huh? Where they put the package, they make it a new package, new, improved. And then they shrink down the cellophane that actually holds the product. And the product is made with inferior ingredients. Say that 10 times really fast. Apparently, I can't say it once. But it's made with inferior ingredients. That's called shrinkflation. That's what's happening. But this jackhole wants to tell us, look here. One-time increases in prices are likely to only have transitory effects on inflation. Well, isn't he just a gem? Really? We'll see about that. Lumber, as I'm talking about inflation, I just went through like 3 or 4 different. How about lumber? It's increased 400%. That's transitory. And then here you got these so-called experts that are talking about, well, there's supply chain issues. I just went down here off Grand Avenue. There's a huge rail yard here in my hometown of Phoenix. And lumber, as far as the eye can see, completely overpriced lumber. So all you realtors that tell me this isn't a bubble, but yet, you know what happens in a normal real estate market? Guess what happens? I'll tell you what happens. We allow foreclosures to take place. That's what happens in a healthy real estate market. Foreclosures haven't been happening for over a year now. And you want to tell me that this isn't a bubble. You know what? I will see you. You will have a Home Depot apron on, you realtors that think this isn't a bubble, in less than a year. And I will be pointing at the aisle and the particular section of overpriced lumber I want you to get from me. Okay? Because that's where you're going to be working because you have no idea what you're talking about. And you're going to be working at Home Depot and trying to get, whatever it is. Maybe community college, free community college from this clown that's in office. How about that? Maybe you can get re-educated because real estate wasn't right for you if you think this isn't a bubble. But yet lumber's experienced this transitory inflation by 400%. I can't even build a deck on my backyard without taking out a second. Babe, am I coming off too harsh? Mm-hmm. I can't take it. Okay, what do we got? Foodflation? You want to talk about that? Where's it at? Foodflation and shrinkflation. They're both real terms. Guys, I know that most of my audience is just middle-class Americans. In fact, most of my audience, to be honest, is just Facebook friends that watch my show out of sympathy, and I appreciate you. But I'm trying to grow a channel. The point is this. Oh, remember, what was that? What was it? There was a soap commercial, something like that. Calgon, take me away. Calgon, just take me away because we are in a fake existence. Right now, everything is overinflated. You have foodflation. You have the lumber that's inflated by 400%. That's supposedly, according to our unelected Federal Reserve leader, is transitory. You have real estate that has experienced growth like it's never seen before, 12% year over year. I mean, it's remarkable. It's unconscionable. And then you have realtors that are saying it's not a bubble, and they don't recognize that in a healthy real estate market, we allow foreclosures to take place. But that hasn't happened in over a year. But yeah, I'm supposed to believe this is all real. Like, what is the world on drugs? Am I the only adult in the room? $6 trillion, kids. From what? Where? Where is that coming from? Well, we're going to tax the rich. Guess what? The rich don't pay taxes. They're not going to. It's going to come out of your hide. It's going to come out of my hide. There is no money in government. Government has no money. More spending only equals more taxing. Okay? And there used to be a time in this country where we had wise leaders that were like, hey, guess what? More government is not the solution. Government is the problem. Like, what happened to that? There was even a time where we had a Democrat in office, Bill Clinton, who said, guess what? The era of big government is over. Clearly, he was wrong because there's polls showing that over 60% of Americans now believe that more government action is required. Like, government should do more. Government should get the hell out of the way. Let me bring it back to center. I know I'm way over my 10 minutes. I'm so wound up. I'm not myself. Now, did that sound like maybe 20 minutes of whining? Is that what it sounded like? Because in retrospect, it kind of sounded like 20 minutes of whining to me. But I really feel like I'm the only adult in the room. And I know there's other people out there that feel the exact same way that I do and that see with clarity what is going on. Like, inflation is not transitory. You can't just print money and expect no ramifications. Meanwhile, we have economic experts that can't even agree whether we're going to see inflation or whether we're going to go through deflation. Like, what? Are you serious? We we can't even agree on what's going to happen next according to the experts. Well, it could be deflationary. No, this expert over here is like it's going to be deflationary. This expert over here is like it's going to be inflationary. Both with Harvard degrees. And a jackwad like me is left in the middle to decide which one of these two jackholes is right. Why do I keep saying jack? I must need a Jack and Coke, that's why. Anyways, listen. Um, the best thing you can do is not gamble on the stock market. Don't gamble on digital currencies. Don't gamble on you know, altcoins. Don't do this. Make sound decisions. If you have a little extra, buy some extra water this week. Buy some extra food supplies. Listen, if we've ever seen a time where we know now supply chains in this country can be disrupted, we've already seen it. Okay. Oh, I got to comment on the shirt real quick. Look, there's like watermelon drinks there. I assume they're watermelon drinks. It's a golf shirt, and I'm gonna bring it to everyone's attention because it's a little bit different what I normally wear. I'm assuming it's a watermelon drink because I'm a fat guy, so my mind goes right to watermelon. Anyways, there's a good chance that the supply chains could cease up in any type of. Uh, it doesn't matter what the commodity is. It doesn't matter if it's watermelon. It could be watermelon. It could be beef stew. It could be. It just doesn't matter. We know that supply chains here in this country can be disrupted. You ought to get yourself some water, get yourself some canned food. Invest your money in tangible assets, things you can actually touch, feel, hold, secure, put in a storage unit, forget about, and um, yeah, a plan for the future. Because clearly our leaders in this country are not going to plan for the future. You have to be the adult in your own room. And that's what I would say to you on this beautiful Sunday. Listen, I love y'all. Please like and subscribe. Certainly, if you listen to me ramble on this long, you are a fan. So you need to like and subscribe. And any comments, please comment below. I love the comments. Most of the time, I respond to them, and I just really appreciate you guys' participation in the channel. Uh, that's it for this week. I love you all. I know I went over my time. We'll see you next week. Until then, please make sound decisions.